Did you know that July is Disability Pride Month? That's why today's history lesson is on Judith Heumann. Judith is known as the mother of the disabilities rights movement. Judith was born in Philadelphia and her family moved to Brooklyn, New York. And at 18 months, she contracted polio and then would go on to using a wheelchair for most of her life. Local New York City public school refused to let her attend school, calling her a fire hazard due to her inability to walk. Judith attended this summer camp specifically for people with disabilities from ages 9 to 18. This is where she realized her shared experiences with other people in her community. By the way, she was eventually able to go to public school, but she was accepted in a program for students with disabilities, and she was often hidden away in classes in the basement, and she felt disconnected from the rest of school. After graduating from Long Island University, she was up against the Department of Ed again. In 1970, she applied to be a teacher in a New York City school, and the New York City Board of Education denied her license. She sued the Board of Ed. There was a newspaper headline that said, "You can be president but not a teacher with polio." She ultimately won her case and taught elementary school for 3 years. After that, she spent a lifetime fighting for people with disabilities. She was a proponent for the independent living movement, and then she went on to help develop legislation that became the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. She was also part of the historical 504 sit-in. This sit-in in San Francisco lasted for 28 days. It led to the Education for All Handicapped Children and Section 504 getting passed. She served in the Clinton administration, in the U.S. Department of Education, and then she also worked for the Obama administration. And as a senior fellow at the Ford Foundation, she advocated for more people with disabilities to appear in media. She wrote this book in 2020. By the way, the 2020 documentary Crip Camp features Judith. She passed away in March of 2023. But, you can just see the legacy she's left behind. Let's finish with a quote from her. "Disability only becomes a tragedy when society fails to provide the things we need to lead our lives."